Hey, all right. It's time for Super Beard Bowl Season 3. It's the same, but different. You'll see what I mean. This month, the Beard Bros are trying and reviewing every single item at Taco Bell. One of everything, please. Alrighty then. The next public vote begins Monday, July 12th, where you choose what we play next. So don't miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Beard Bros Eat Every Item on the Taco Bell menu. This week, you know what we're messing with? We're messing with burritos. That's right, we got burritos. We got the old standards. We got the bean burrito. We got the 5-layer beefy burrito. And let's not forget the quesarito. How are they gonna think about these items? I don't know. Let's go.
You know what I love more than tacos? Burritos. True facts. More importantly, it's burrito week, baby. We're eating all them burritos.
It's me, Brett, again, and I'm still trying every item on the Taco Bell menu. But it's burrito time this time, right? It's burrito time, baby.
Burrito week, part 1. I love burritos from Taco Bell. They're like donuts to me in terms of like how I eat them, number of them, what's going on with them.
Very different from tacos. Like, that was the realm of the crunchy, and now we're in the dimension of the, I was gonna say smooth, it's not smooth.
Clear your schedule, because your colon's not gonna like it.
Flour tortillas abound. Flour tortillas everywhere, which is fine. You know, it's just a very different flavor, very different texture, very different structure and composition. So let's see what happens.
This is the basic burrito week, some of the most classic items at Taco Bell. Let's get in it.
Bean burrito.
Welcome to Burrito Week. I'm back at it again, eating some burritos. This is a classic, this is the basic thing. This is like a food that unifies gourmet eaters with picky children.
I didn't cut it in half. Because listen, we want to like bisect these things so you can see what's going on the inside of them. So you're not just staring at like a lump of beige. But like I ain't got a like homies, like you eat this in the car. Homies ain't got no knives in the car. We're gonna rip it apart with our hands. So that's what I did. So here's like a nice cross section. This is a bean burrito. I didn't bite into this. Just ripped it in half. It's just straight up bean burrito, which I've never ordered. I've just never been like, yeah, let me get something without meat. But you totally can do that, right?
This right here is the most basic of basic. When you're stoned or you're drunk or you're fucked up in some way and you need to just put it away emotionally as well as physically, literally eating your emotions and then nap forever. The bean burrito is your friend.
The Taco Bell basic bean and cheese burrito is one of the most nostalgic items that I love from Taco Bell. Probably the only item that I can guarantee get every single time.
This is, I don't know what's in it, but I'm looking at the picture on their website right now and it seems like it's beans, cheese, sour cream. Wow. And something red in there, probably like one of their fucking taco sauces. And of course, tortillas, so yeah.
I love the cheese and I love the gooey red sauce combination.
There's nothing offensive about this at all. It's got a little red sauce in it, but really, you could put anything on this that you want that's in your fridge. It's good. It's a blank sort of tan canvas for whatever you want to put on it.
But I also fully acknowledge that it's one of the grossest things out there. So here we go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very different. Do I like this better than the meat that they use?
Out the gate, I got the nice red sauce cheese combo.
I haven't had one of these in a long time. I like it already a lot better than any of the tacos, I think, except for the cheesy gordita crunch.
I'm probably very biased because I think I'm sick of the bland taco meat that they use. I'm just sick of it. So anything that's different, and this is just beans, and they're not great, they're refried beans, but it's different enough where I'm like, oh.
Beans are fine. I'm not the biggest fan of their beans, as you guys know.
The onions are like the dark horse here because of all the veggies that have been on any of these Taco Bell things, the onions are really the only thing that have really punched through with the actual flavor of that vegetable and makes sense. Like the beans and the onions go well together. They kind of come apart together in the mix.
I think the ratios are off on this. It's just beans, and like bland tortilla.
That red sauce cheese combo with the beans, that's where it's at. That's the thing that makes me happy. I actually might finish this one. This is the one that I will actually eat all the way out of respect for the nostalgicness of this item.
And the red sauce actually complements the onions and the beans. Like this is a complete balanced dish. Like this is a good thing.
The bean burrito is a soldier. But at this point, like, I'm not looking for a soldier. I'm looking for a general. I'm looking for someone to stand out. I'm looking for the person performing at the USO show.
If Taco Bell takes us away, which they're not going to, but if they ever did, shame on them. Shame on them. And that movie with Stallone and what is that movie? Is it Repo Man? No.
Even if you have never been to Taco Bell before, you could try this. It's really salty still, but it's good. Like I would eat this whole thing. I'm gonna have another bite.
This gets the job done, is my point. But like, it's not gonna stand out. Unless, are you one of those people that's like, oh, I love the flavor of the, probably Frazier is, like, oh, I love the flavor of the bean burrito. It's fine, but the ratios are so off. I would love if they were like, less tortilla. You know what I mean? Like, I wish the tortilla were smaller so you get less of it per, because it's so wrapped around itself that you get so little of it per bite, or so much of it per bite, that it's just overwhelming.
Demolition Man, that's the one. God forbid Demolition Man makes every Taco Bell happen everywhere. I hope not. But if they do and this item's gone, burn them all down. Not violent, out of respect. Pay respect to the burrito.
If they had more cheese to balance out these beans, this thing would be very reliable. Maybe it is reliable for a lot of you, but this isn't my jam. That being said, I thank you for giving me a break from the fucking meat, which we're gonna see more of.
Beefy 5-layer burrito.
All right, so this is the 5-layer beefy burrito. This is like the bean burrito, but you're getting too ambitious. Like, this is like, you're not gonna get 2 of these. You're gonna get 1 of these.
All right, let's move on to some other burritos. Yes, I have a different shirt on. They forgot to bring me some last time, but I got them now. It's later now. It's weeks later.
It looks like we've got an outer layer of like movie theater nacho, like gas station cheese on this guy, which I'm kind of scared of.
It's the beefy 5-layer burrito.
I don't see 5 layers here other than maybe you can count the lines and the folds of the burrito itself.
I don't usually get this item. This is outside of my realm.
I don't know why I show you these things. It looks awful, I guarantee it.
Fake cheese is my one like thing that I don't stand for very much because I don't really understand the point of it.
I don't know why it's called 5-layer. I don't know what's going on in here.
I don't look too appetized about this, folks. This is not what I'm expecting. You have nacho cheese on the top, nacho cheese on the bottom, beans on the bottom, and then you have, of course, the gooey cheese combination. But if I have to know this, there's probably no red sauce in this, so instantly gonna get it down for me.
What? What the fuck?
You're being nice. Instantly gonna get it down for me. Instantly gonna get it down for me. Instantly gonna get it down for me. Instantly gonna get it down for me.
It's got like the basically like a layer of cheese between one part of the tortilla and the rest of the stuff inside of it. So let's try it.
But I'm excited for the beef. I'm excited for the beef and bean combo here. I'm a little nervous about the cheese. Let's see what goes on.
That's smooth. I'll give you that.
I would say it's like 3 times saltier than the bean burrito.
Okay, maybe it's the new shirt. Maybe it's the new day, but it doesn't feel that bad. Maybe it's because it's like not old. You know what I mean?
It has that Taco Bell ground beef that I'm not a fan of.
I don't know if I can taste that extra cheese, but I kind of can,
The cheesy outer layer is the most interesting part of this. I was surprised that it's like sweet and fruity. I don't know if that's like meant to be how it is, but it's like that dairy product tinge. Like, is this real dairy? I don't know.
This isn't that bad. It's all it takes for me to enjoy this food is to like not be full of Taco Bell again and just like come back with another shirt. Should you eat Taco Bell every item in a different shirt?
The beef, I lost completely. Like, if you told me there was beef, if you told me there was no beef in this, I would believe you.
It's the same ingredients, but I do appreciate the extra cheese. You know what I mean?
Hard pass. Would not eat this again.
It tastes like a regular burrito. I'm still missing sour cream and tomato and stuff and some onion, for God's sake. Maybe there is onion in here, but I can't taste it.
Cheese that's on the outside layer, it causes like a slippage between the inner tortilla layer and the outer tortilla layer.
No burrito should ever be worse than this.
When there's something juicy going on in there, I'm not a fan of it.
If this was a 7-layer burrito, I'd be fine with it because I love 7-layer dip.
I wouldn't eat this full item, and I wouldn't order it for myself.
This is the threshold. If you get worse than this, then you failed as a burrito, but this is fine.
I think some people who maybe are a little bit more into that nacho cheese might be into it.
This is a lot. Beefy, 5-layer burrito. I'm out. No, thank you.
I don't know what those 5 layers are, but one of them is definitely cheese. I appreciate all that cheese. Good job on the cheese.
Maybe put some jalapenos in there, little green hot sauce I could get down, but it's really like, as a dish, kind of like, doesn't make sense to me.
With the fucking second bite I take, I mess myself, of course, on my white shirt. What genius had this idea?
Quesarito.
So this is known as the Quesarito.
Just like a lot of the other things that we've been trying, it's got that ring of cheese around it.
The Quesarito is like the original item at Taco Bell that had the cheese, the nacho cheese middle layer. The thing about the Quesarito that's different is that they went with like a quesadilla vibe with it.
Very fascinating name for an item like this. It's basically a weirdly grilled and cooked burrito with rice, I think ground beef, sour cream and nacho cheese kind of melted together.
It's not like actual melted cheese. This is some sort of weird trans-dimensional queso sauce. I guarantee it.
You kind of start to realize that a lot of these items, like the greatest, like are just greatest hits of other items mashed together.
So the outside is like toasted, like it's pressed. So I'm hoping maybe that like brings the cheese together a little bit more or burns it in a way.
Sorry, I have some aluminum tinfoil in my burrito that I'm trying to get rid of because they put it in a hot tinfoil.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a blander version of the cheese you get at movie theaters on your nachos. That's what's going on here. You see that layer on the outside, that perimeter? It's that shit. So I'm gonna eat it.
Once again, from a design perspective, not the biggest fan of this guy.
And it's also filled with rice, which is kind of interesting. So I'm gonna try this. This is a totally different vibe. It still has beef in it, but we'll see what goes down.
This fake cooked skin part of the tortilla, not a eat for me. Not a thing I'm like, I want my burrito to look like this, so. It's okay.
Much better than the 5-layer burrito.
Still not a fan of it. Better than I expected.
Listen, I know I was just talking shit about that nacho cheese. CHEEZ. I know I was. But it does go a long way. Like, in the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is king, right?
Spicy. The rice has a good flavor to it, but it's really like weirdly al dente rice. Like this rice is like, I could feel each grain in my mouth like it's like Chinese fried rice, which I'm not necessarily looking for in a burrito.
It has some kind of like chipotle sauce, or a quesarito sauce, like a spicy nacho sauce. Maybe that's what the cheese is.
And in the kingdom of the flavorless, that which has a little bit of flavor is gonna be the standout.
The outside layer of like toastedness really does add something to this. Like you can taste the toasting of the tortilla because they do it right before they finish it.
One bite was enough though to make me never order it ever again.
So like the rice, there's a lot of rice going on here, and you know me, I don't dig the starch on starch.
These come in like a hot foil wrapper, so that's good.
Like it's kind of the vibe of most of these things. I would never order these ever again.
This nacho cheese that's going on, I think it's because, yeah, the last time I tried this stuff, it had already congealed, so I didn't really taste it. Now that I'm getting it, or it's still a little bit melty and hasn't re-rendered, if you will, I think I'm starting to realize that this nacho cheese has the potential to take over the entire Taco Bell kingdom. It has to be stopped at our borders. That's not true. Run for the border. It's not that bad.
But yeah, it's a little bit lighter feeling than the other one, so you don't mind the cheese so much. Like when it's beef, beans, and that layer of cheese, it's a little bit too much.
I'm such an asshole, man. Isn't it weird, me hating things? That's like not what I meant on for YouTube.
Yeah, a little bit of black bean. If I had a little bit of black bean mixed with some actually melty version of this cheese that I got going on now.
But I enjoy this. I don't think I would order it for myself, but I'm gonna take another bite. It's not bad.
Is it the shirt? Does the shirt make me like this food better? It's probably how fresh it is. Fresh.
Final thoughts.
And that was Burrito Week Part 1. We had the 5-layer beefy cheesy burrito, we had the bean and cheese burrito, and we had the quesarito.
The bean burrito is an incredible classic.
As far as all these burritos go, The winner is whatever one has that ring of nacho cheese around it. It actually has a little spice in it. Like I can actually feel something happening on my tongue. Good job.
My least favorite out of the bunch was probably the 5-layer beefy burrito. My favorite is the basic bean and cheese burrito. If you want it Jirard's way, get it with extra cheese, extra red sauce, and enjoy the goopy ride. Other than that, I would ignore it.
The Quesarito was okay.
And I'm not saying it's the best, but when all your shit tastes the same, if you introduce a little bit of anarchy, it really stands out and I really appreciate it. So yeah, anything that has that ring of fucking confectionery around it, you're winning.
The 5-layer burrito was literally textbook, overdoing it too much.
I've been Jirard, and hey, as a reminder, be kind to yourself, because Taco Bell won't be kind to your innards. It will hurt on the way out.
I gotta give the prize here to the bean burrito because number one, alone, great. And number two, as a canvas for whatever else shit you wanna put on it, it's great. It's comforting. It makes me wanna take a nap. I wanna hug it like a body pillow size one. I would love that. Fraser's with me on that, I'm sure of it. It's great. It's a delicious item. Go for it. See you guys next time.
So there we have it. We had Burrito Week Part 1. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. You know what I think? I think all those items are my signature items and they don't know what they're talking about. But you know what? Next week we got Burrito Week Part 2. Let's see if they can redeem themselves. Won't we? I just had an aneurysm. Let's go.
So here we are once again. Bearded men have reached the end. Well, I don't know what comes next. All I know is you made it this far. This is your end card. See you next episode. Hope you enjoyed the show. With the Beard Bros.